Alright guys, this is the bag that I'm going to be using. It's a Cleto Reyes Mexican teardrop double end bag. Here it is. I love this bag. It's an awesome bag. And this is the rope we're going to be using. It has a working load of 200 to 300 pounds. And these are some heavy duty bungees. And a couple of carabiners, locking carabiners, self-locking ones, and a swivel. And an eye bolt for our floor anchor. Yeah, this is pretty much it. The reason why I'm using this bungee and rope is because it's a lot better quality than the ones that it came with. And I got these two for 10 bucks to ringside, and it came with 2 carabiners, one on each end per bungee. And so I got 4 of these, which is a pretty good deal for 10 bucks. And these are a lot better than what it came with. And I'll show you what it came with. These are the ones that it came with, the rope and the bungee. And as you can see, it's a cheaper quality. The only thing good is these ends, which are pretty nice. And we're going to be doing something else with this and the tennis ball. That'll be another project though. Okay guys, so now we're gonna first of all, we have to install our floor and ceiling anchors, and then we'll be using this rope for the top part of the ball. Okay, this is our ceiling anchor. All it is just a wooden eye bolt, eye screw, and I screwed it up there. Then I dropped a rope right in there, and I dropped it all the way down to the ground to use as a level and a guide, so I can mark my floor anchor. And there's my eye bolt on the bottom. There's the hole that I made, and I drilled a 1/2 inch width by 2-inch hole using a concrete drill bit, and I dropped in my drop-in floor anchor, which is a red hat. You can get those in any Home Depot warehouse, and just follow the instructions on it. It's pretty simple. Drill the hole, drop it in there, use a sanding tool, hammer it in there, and it's pretty much it. The bolt has already threads in there, so you can screw your floor anchor bolt, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I'll put a link on that so you can see how I did it. This is the eye bolt that I'm going to be using. It's a 3/8 eye bolt, 4-inch long. I was trying to get a 2-inch long, but they ran out, so I'll be using this one, which is just a little bit longer. And the nut, well, the nut, we don't really care about that. So let's install this. Let's screw it in there. As you can see, it goes in there pretty smooth, pretty easily. And just give it a couple of tight turns. If you want to tighten it up a little bit more, you can stick a screwdriver right in the eye, right there, or use a pipe or anything in there and just give it a little tight tug. But for now, we're just hand tighten it, and there it is. That's our floor anchor. So now we have our ceiling anchor and our floor anchor. And now we're going to be using this rope to use for the top part to suspend the bag. And all I'm going to do is a simple sling for the top part, which is going to actually determine the height of our ball. Okay, so all it is a simple sling we're making out of that, and then we'll use the bungees for the bottom part to secure our bag. Okay, so let's go into the next step. Okay, as you can see, I've already taken my rope, and I put in there the swivel, and I put a whole bunch of knots in there. You probably could make it a lot better than me, and I taped the end. I've already measured it from the top of the ceiling all the way down to the height of the ball. And on this end, we're going to be putting our other carabiner, which is going to lock in here, and then this part will lock to the ceiling anchor. Yep, so here it is. The swivel is going to allow the ball to spin to release some of the tension on the metal rubbing. And if you can see the sling that I made, and the bottom part, I put this other type of carabiner, the locking kind, and this one is going to go to the top part of our double end bag. Let me open it up so we can put the ball in there. but you can see the knot is a pretty simple little knot, little loop. And let's put the ball in there, and here's our ball. Now the one thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to put my ball the way it should go. I'm going to put mine upside down, and the reason why is because I like to shoot uppercuts on the bag, so it'll give us a good uppercut. And we're going to use the sling, and we're going to fold it in half, and it's a 31-inch long heavy-duty bungee, which is going to be our for the bottom. And we're going to fold it in half, and on this end we're going to put one of the carabiners, and then on this other end we're going to put our other second carabiner. This one is going to be pretty tough, so we'll do that one last. So here we go, let's fold it in half, slide the carabiner in there, and then we're going to slide that one on the bottom side of our ball. And again, I'm going to put it upside down, and let's screw this part in there and lock the carabiner. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna slip the other carabiner in through here, and I'm going to put you guys on pause while I do that, because it does take some effort to put it in there. Okay, so now I got the carabiner in there. Now we're going to put the swivel in the middle of our locking carabiner and the self-locking one. So pretty much it's just opening it up and sliding it in there, in place. There it is, and screwing the lock back on. And then we're going to take the second carabiner and put it on the bottom part. And again, that the swivel is going to allow the carabiners and the ball to spin, so it relieves some of the friction of metal against metal and some wear. So now I'm going to take the top carabiner and connect it to my ceiling anchor. There we go. And you can see it's just a simple rope sling which attaches to the top part. There's the top part of my ball, and as you can see, the ball is upside down. And here's the bottom part of the ball with the carabiner. And now we're gonna just pull down on this bungee and attach the bottom bungee to our floor anchor. And I'm going to put you on pause because it does take some force for me to pull this down and bring it all the way down to there. So there it is. I have already attached it, and as you can see, it does spin, and I've got the right tension, just the right tension that I wanted on the ball. And there it is. And that tennis ball you see up there is kind of a special feature that I added. And there's the top part. Now the ball, I put this ball in there because I wanted a second target, and what I did is I slipped the ball in there before I put the carabiner in there. And what I did is I heated up a pipe about a ½ inch in diameter, and I heated it up with flame, and then I just puncture a hole through the top part and the bottom part of the ball, and I slipped the rope right through there, right there. And if you can actually slide the ball up and down, let me show you. But you can see right there the top part where I burned the hole through, and you can slide the ball up and down and adjust the height. And I gotta find something so I can cover this carabiner so it doesn't scuff my gloves. But there it is. Hit the bottom ball and top target. That's pretty much it. Just remember that the first step is to actually measure the height of the ball using the rope, and then adjusting the bottom carabiner, the bottom bungee, so you can adjust the tension on the ball.